poorest people in the world are actually paying the highest price for water.
Providing safe water access to 300 million people is a very ambitious target.
There are opportunities which don't exist without water.
There is no life without water. It is a critical ingredient for any form of life.
This is the real challenge in the world that we're seeing, and it's growing. In Indonesia, in Sumatra, that was where I came and we drove into the wilderness or the jungle. There in the middle of nowhere, there's like a tribe and there's a school. And for us to come in there and to see the installation of what was there now, a solar-driven product, a pump that's actually pumping water up from the ground, it's being cleaned, and then it becomes drinking water. Seeing school kids, for me, for the first time, seeing running water coming out of a tap. I mean, people just looking at it like, what's going on? But it was so interesting because there was a chief, and he simply did not believe that the water coming out of that tap could be drunk. He was kind of pointing at me. We could not talk, so he's pointing at me. And he's kind of giving me the cup that we had put next to it and wanted me to take the first drink because if I survived, then everybody would probably survive. And I took the cup and I went in. We opened the tap. We had water coming out and I started drinking at it. And then we just stood there for a minute because he's watching me, see if I'm going to tip over. And then he took a little cup and he just tasted it. That was his way of telling the village that this is safe. They mean well. This is safe for them to drink. And when I saw that, and when you experience people doing that and seeing that for the first time, that is just a life-changing experience. I'm getting goosebumps. There's more than 2 billion people that do not have access to clean drinking water as we speak. And for us to provide water to some of them would be something that we would be extremely proud of. And we cannot solve the problem with just philanthropy.
We need to make sure that we create business models that can generate cash, generate money to be able to self-sustain. That's why water access is part of a business, is part of water utility. We have that opportunity to think more long-term and mid-term and allocate our resources based on that, which is pretty unique.
The water access challenge has either been dealt with by looking at rural communities where the demand is significant, but where philanthropic funds are needed to solve that demand, or really large-scale schemes in urban areas which are traditionally implemented through governments.
So when we talk about the 300 million target, and different type of projects and segments that we can get engaged, we decided to focus a lot in the next 3 years on what we call missing middle and help them by getting access to financial resources, but also help them to scale and grow their business models that they have.
Water Starters is an innovative franchise model. We work by identifying franchisees who are actually entrepreneurs within communities, and then we empower them to own and run sustainable water businesses. We want to create a revolving fund whereby every dollar that is invested in water does not stop at that project, but it can still move on to reach many more. So you're able to reach more with the same dollar investment.
Traditionally, Grundfos has been a supplier of solutions. But actually, we know that one of the biggest challenges for water access is a lack of finance. Many utilities, NGOs and others struggle to find the finance to support the projects that will drive water access. So we as a company are getting engaged in supporting those partners in identifying the right type of financing.
For you to be able to transform this sector, there are a lot of battlefronts that need to be dealt with. And these are not things that you can do alone. So you need different partners.
We have a footprint across the global south that we make use of to ensure that actually we're very close to the customer. In the field, we can help them design solutions for the local context. We are there to help them commission, service, and maintain those solutions, and thereby helping them provide sustainable water access.
Our vision is to ensure that people should have access to clean water by also 2030. So we see that our vision, our mission and ambitions are really aligned. And we are serving the same community. The partnership with Grundfos is very important to us as World Vision and very unique in that they're able to provide technical capacity. They are able to train us on the new changes that happens. If there's any new product on the market, once you have any challenges, you're able to take that into account and you have those conversations and you're able to be guided on those things, helping us meet our objectives.
Getting into Kibera, the biggest, I guess, slum area in Africa. And in there, we are providing products. And if you guys have ever experienced a slum neighborhood here, this is about helping people. The appreciation coming back and the thank you, it was around the dancing. I also want to dance. So we just kind of chime in and dancing in full thank you and appreciation.
Imagine a world where water is abundant and society is resilient. That's what we're working towards.
Giving people that are really having a tough time because of the environment they're in a new chance in life. Personally, that means the world to me, that we have the opportunity to help with that in Grundfos.
Is it the ambitious target? Absolutely. But we have a plan for it.